You guys were fighting a giant stone golem. And as to what you know, she kind of just screamed and ran off into town and said she was going to start gathering the townsfolk to come help, basically. Idril's kind of babbling off to this unseeable, but you guys can kind of sense the spirit because she said his name a few times too, of Zabib over here. And Thea has stumbled over some dead corpses over there with the mummy and the oh yeah, and the other acolyte that's unnamed. But you guys were, yeah, fucking up the stone golem basically last.
Doing our best.
And
Alright, cool.
It's Squall's turn, it looks like.
Alright, so last time I...
put up the order? Can you put up the order?
You might have to put it up yourself, because I think the combat is started. I don't know how to put it up on your screen. I think it's...
Okay, that's fine.
If you right-click, it might be up there. The option to do it. There's also the... Let me see here.
There's like a little sword.
Yeah, it should be a little
above
sword.
like the paintbrush.
Oh, yeah.
If you just click on that, that's where your initiative is.
Ooh, there it is.
Oh shit, I'm fucked up. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna come heal you.
You're a little fucked. It is.
That's what Mime's breakthrough last session was, that their energy is much better spent healing the party than trying to fight the stone golem.
Than using your -4 modifier. Was that you, right? With the -4 modifier on your weapon?
That was me.
Oh, let me... That does... Mixing me all over my food. Alright, yeah, so as far as I remember, like, I think I'm 60 feet in the air?
Yeah, last we were talking. And he was trying to grab for you. No, wait, it was one of the spirits that was trying to grab for you.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
He was chasing Thea last, but then Thea ran around the rubble.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so... I think what I'm going to do is... Let's see here. Oh. Cantrip? Yes, sweet. Alright. I'm gonna try Acid Splash again on him. Let me make sure this volume is up. So you have to make a dex saving throw. I think it's gonna beat. It's got 15 or higher for dex saving throw. Cool.
He did not beat that.
So actually, alright, before I do Acid Splash, I'm gonna have to move to him since I'm already 60 feet in the air.
I was looking at that too, but...
So actually what I'll fly right over him and then like aim it downwards.
Okay.
So, okay. Spell level increases. Alright. 7 damage total.
Did you see how much that did?
That's a chunky boy. Very chunky boy. Because that did not do as much as I was going to hope. But, I'll take it.
Okay. Do you want me to describe it, or do you want to?
Nah, you can go for it.
All right. Are you flying away or are you staying over top of him?
Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I got 25, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, so I'll fly over him, acid splash, and then my last movement will be 60 feet in the air, but beside Nime, but just 60 feet up in the air.
Gotcha. So, you kind of, and then I'm trying to recall if you've described how you summon your acid.
Basically, like, so talons. I just have it there, and it seems like beads of like what beads of sweat would look like rolling off someone's face. It's beads of acid rolling off my talons and pulling into a ball, like kind of in the middle.
Okay. And then as you come close, you drop that ball of acid as it lands on top of his head. It goes tss, and kind of splashes off across his shoulders and down and dissipates and kind of looks like it does a slight marring burn. And but it doesn't dig very deep through the stone.
Other than that, that's my turn.
All right. Then you guys can kind of hear Shia and the mayor approaching, it looks like, because he screams off to everyone, "What the hell is going on here? Holy shit!" Then it would be Mime's turn. Maybe. Oh. You're muted, probably.
Here we go.
There you go.
Makes more sense. Okay, so I can't with all the names. So Thea's at full health. Who needs healed? Does anybody? Squall does a little bit. Zeph does. Okay. I'm gonna move forward a little bit. Oh, and we are going to. Ooh. Sorry, I should have been looking at this. So I can either use Bless and give you guys a D4 to add to your attack, or I can use Cure Wounds or Prayer of Healing. So Prayer of Healing, up to 6 creatures of my choice regain hit points equal to 2d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier. So I should probably heal you first and next turn give you extra attack points, right?
I'd go for healing. Yeah, because
let's go ahead and do some healing.
Yeah, everyone can unless this thing has like mad range. I essentially probably not going to get hit by the stone golem. So I'm not like my health points are good.
Yeah, so I definitely. Oh, I wonder if this works on myself. Probably not. But so I definitely get Zeph. I get you.
I don't think you hit Squall.
I get Gunther too.
You get Gunther though.
Why
Because
not?
Squall's 60 feet in the air.
Oh, okay, fair. It's only 30 feet. Okay, so then I get Zeph. Does that work on me, DM? Can I heal myself?
It says instantaneous components V. That's all.
Up to 6 creatures of my choice that I can see within
He
range.
needs verbal,
Oh, okay.
so she has to say it essentially.
Oh, because I say a say a prayer.
That's what the V
It's
means.
a prayer of healing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you're muted.
I would assume you could include yourself in the up to 6 people. Because you specify who it heals.
Yeah, you're good. It can classify.
Yeah, because you can see yourself. So.
Cool.
I mean, kind of. In a roundabout way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2d8. Oh, excuse me. 2d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which I think is wisdom, right? Or no, plus 2. Plus spell attack, plus modifier. Modifier's plus 2.
Okay.
So I get 7. 2d8. 5 plus 7. Yeah, we agreed. I get to partake in the healing.
Yes, you get to partake it. Okay, I see what you're
Awesome.
saying. I thought you were saying you get to roll
26.
7d8 for
Wait.
healing for a second,
Yeah.
and I was like, what? But you were,
Oh no, sorry. I was looking. So I clicked on this thing. So it's 2d8.
and then
For me, that roll was a 5. I got 5 out of my 2d8 plus 2.
that makes more sense now.
Sorry.
I
That was not
realized when I hovered
No.
over it that that's what you meant, because I was like, 78? That sounds like a lot. Oh,
So are we taking the 18 or the 7?
7, I think it is.
Okay.
So, I roll the d2, or does everybody roll their own 2d8?
You would roll it, and then
You
everybody
roll.
would get it.
Oh, I took that the other way. Okay, yeah. So I got a 5 when I
Okay.
clicked the roll. I got a 5. So everybody gets 7.
And up here, actually, if you look at that first one you rolled, that's the one that I would go for. I think you were sending that second one just to describe what you were doing, because that first one everybody would get 18 healing because you had gotten a 4 and an 8, and there's a plus 6 modifier actually wherever that plus 6 modifier is.
That's why I was asking the 18 or the 7.
Gotcha. So I think my wisdom. Yeah. Maybe it's it's spell attack plus modifier. I don't know. Whatever. If you want to go with 18, everybody can get 18 healing. That'd
Yep.
be great.
Yep. But
Thank you.
but I would
Seems
like
pretty
to
fun.
hear what your prayer is for.
Oh, I wrote this down. The god that I chose. I took quite a time and went and I googled all the different deities, and I put it in my character notes. And it's the god is Chantea, the neutral good goddess of agriculture. Her symbol is a sheaf of grain or a blooming rose over grain. So I'm gonna say.
So I'm going to build upon that only a little bit because of the world you guys are in, and I like
Okay.
exactly where you're going with it, but I had a different name in mind for her, which is actually let me get to Mime, come on. Yeah. Lono. Lono. And if you want
Lono.
And if you want to look up anything specific about them, it's the god from Hawaiian deities. He's of nourishment, agriculture, peace, and music. He actually demands peace and casts enchantments of a celebration.
Ooh. So I'm gonna say, oh Lono. I'm gonna raise my hands. Oh Lono, in order to restore peace to the land, so we may feast and play music and celebrate. Please heal our party, so that we can. Or I pray for healing upon this party, so we can defeat the stone giant and celebrate accordingly.
I wish I could do this better, and I'm probably going to sound a little silly, but you're just going to hear a resounding "Aloha Ohonono" from above.
Hell yeah.
I like it.
And then, be the stone guy's turn if you're done with yours.
All I could hear that whole interaction in my head was Stitch saying Ohana means family.
Ohana means family. Nobody left behind.
You gotta use the Stitch voice too.
Yeah, I don't have a good one.
Oh, Hannah, minha family. I gotta start off with the blue punch buggy.
Right?
So he kind of just spins around on the one foot, keeping the other up in the air, and slams it down on the ground, sending a shockwave through the earth like he's done before, and it actually collapses the archway next to you guys, but you all need to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Wait, which one?
10-foot radius, so I guess that would just be Zeph and Mime, actually, because it's in the ground, too. So Squall would not affect you, since you are
But is
flying.
it
It's that archway.
that one or that one?
Yeah, it's that
Oh,
archway
okay. I
you pick
accidentally
first.
rolled mine, so just ignore it.
That's fine.
Wait, this one, the one closest to him.
Yes, correct. The first one you
Okay.
Pung? Is that the past
Oh, of
tense
course, when it
pung?
doesn't matter, you roll a 20.
Right? Like, oh. Watch, I'll be like in a life death situation and getting that one now.
Oh, I found so I was looking at die, and I found these ones that have they're yeet oof or
Oh,
yeet
yeah.
fuck die,
I've seen
and
those.
so it gives you a yeet with a 20 and a fucker and oof with 1. I almost bought them. I will one day.
There's so many good
Hell
die
yeah.
out there. I have problems. I'm going to be broke just from if I tried to buy all the ones that I wanted. They're so
I got a
pretty.
fancy die as part of a Kickstarter, and I'm so excited.
Ooh.
It's a high variance D20, which means so the average roll stays the same, but it eliminates, like, I guess the middle numbers on the dice, and so you have 3 1s and 3 20s, and then you have 2 2s, 2 3s,
It flattens the bell curve.
4, yeah. And
That's
it's
funny.
just, you have a higher chance of getting a critical fail or a critical success without sacrificing the average of the die.
Dangerous.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting. I got it for to use with the like Fallout D&D that we're playing with Johnny and Jess
Oh.
and Georgie.
Yeah.
So once I get it, I will let you know how it goes, because I'm interested to see how it goes.
I am as well.
I also bought it as part of just like a regular pretty set of dice too.
Yeah, those pretty dice. The things that I have to remind myself too, I have to put limiters on it. I was like, it has to also read well, because that's something that I've been watching. Is like sometimes the contrast isn't quite right, and when you roll it, you're like, is this a 2?
Mm-hmm.
Or like the font's weird, and you're like, I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
But they're pretty. On less favorable notes, it looks like both Mime and Zeph, you failed, and your speed is halved, and
Wait, 15 is a fail?
you gotta make a 17. This guy's
Okay.
a again thing.
Even that 20
He's a
was barely
beast.
squeaking by.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just my speed, or do I take
Your
damage?
speed is halved. You do not take damage, but you also next turn cannot use a bonus. You can either use a bonus action or you can use a normal attack, but you can't use both.
Boo.
It's only in effect for one turn though. So it's kind of like he slammed his foot down, the earth went, and you're set off balance for the next turn basically. And then, who is next? Looking back up here.
Guard 3. A wild guard 3 appears.
The dice I just sent to the Facebook group chat are the pretty click clacks that I am awaiting.
Cool.
He steps
Pretty click-clacks.
forward just past Idril, takes aim, readies his bow, and he says, "Stay back, my lord!" And the arrow sails through the air and sinks into, or actually it hits into his shoulder and then pings off and onto the ground, just. Then it would technically be Gunther's turn, but I'm assuming he's going to move over this way to get closer to Thea.
Yeah, Gunther should be healed, right? He was in my prayer of healing.
5, 10. He was. Okay, I'll get him for
So
you.
just a...
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Gunther, I care about Gunther.
Then it would be Zabib's turn, and he so Gunther gets about right there, actually. He's just pestering Idril like, "So, wait a minute, I'm dead?" Guys can't hear him or anything, but then it'd be Zeph's turn.
Okay. Oh, fuck, I'm slowed.
Oh, those are gorgeous, though, by the way.
Right?
They look like
It was,
constellations.
they had like 12 different sets to choose from. And I was like, why do you give me this many options?
I always choose the purple one, too, so I can't say
Yeah.
anything.
Now that I've bought dye from Kraken, they send me emails all the time, and I feel like they just constantly have new dice. So I'm just looking at them like, oh. Those are very pretty.
The company that made these ones called Dispel Dice.
Nice.
Not a sponsor.
Yeah, I keep
Sorry,
getting.
I'm just... Yeah. That's only her second Kickstarter she's done. She partnered with, I don't know if you guys have heard of Wormwood Gaming, but I follow them on a lot of stuff. But they make a lot of really pretty like wooden like dice vaults and rolling trays and like DM shields and stuff.
And they're all very
I
nice
need a-
wood, like cherry and...
Yeah.
Mm.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
You should. I would appreciate a link in the chat. Yeah, I need a place to keep these dye, and I need a rolling tray. I was looking on Etsy, but then I talked myself out of it.
So I can take an action. So, yeah, I'm just going to take my main action because even though I can only take an action or a bonus action, since I have like 2 attacks per action, I can still use those 2 attacks, right? I just wouldn't be able to use my additional like unarmed strike, right?
Yes. So, like, it's just in effect
Okay.
your bonus action, like I was saying. So normally you're able to cast like your key points, which I think you're out of by now, too,
Yeah,
as like
I
a
am.
bonus as a bonus action, for instance.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'm gonna use my staff and the dick. 22 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
He takes 9 damage from the staff. What about a 19?
That hits as well.
And 9 damage from the dick.
And that hits. So you're kind of relearning, I know, but what happens, I'm going to describe a little bit for you because of the fact you hit with the Staff of Radiant Badassery. And I don't know if you wanted to tell me where you're aiming for or anything like that.
How big is this guy compared to me?
Oh, he's a good 10 feet above the top of your head, so like 15 feet.
Straight for the fucking kneecaps.
Alright.
Solid choice.
So I'm assuming...
Just like us.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say just like a sweep the leg kind of, like just the back of the leg, back of the knee, actually.
For
Where I'm aiming for.
For that reason, just for shits, roll a 20 for me. And what happens for the front of the kneecap, at least, I'm assuming is actually you're holding the radiant stick of or staff of
Nat
badass,
20.
a staff of badassery in the right hand. I was just assuming because I'm assuming your character is right-handed too, but you could correct me if I'm wrong. But you whack him right on the kneecap with that one, and he kind of goes as the radiance of your staff kind of spreads from the kneecap too, and leaves a burn mark, but doesn't seem to do damage otherwise. And when you hit him with the dick in the back of the leg, it actually kind of bounces off, dealing like no damage, but then it bounces back into just right behind the kneecap, and his knee buckles, and he goes down to one leg, like not just like down on one knee basically for that turn. So he's kind of gonna be in the same effect you guys are, but it is that's what that did.
Sweet.
And some of the bonuses for deciding where you guys are gonna attack.
I don't know.
That's how I like to hear it. I don't
know if his health bar's not actually moving.
Oh.
Or if he's really just that beefy.
This is the...
Because I can't tell.
That's the damage you did. Wait, let me see if it moved. Oh, yeah. It moved, but you did not really see it. Remember, this is going to probably get you guys from level 5 to level 6, and you guys were probably about 4,000 to 5,000 experience away, so this is why this fight is lasting a little while.
Alright, yeah, that'll end my turn then, because I can't do anything.
Speaking of which, thanks, Thea. And it's Thea's turn, and she's just getting back up from tripping over these dead corpses over here, and then it's Sigil's turn, and... he's still quabbling with this specter, but looses an arrow, and it sinks into the neck of the stone golem, but also seems to do nothing. And then it would be Squall's turn.
Alrighty. Well, I'm probably just gonna hit him with the good old EB. So
Fuck him up.
Both beams on him. So I'll roll for both. 16 to hit.
It doesn't hit, but you know, it's so darn close. I'll say that it hits. I'm giving you guys some benefits of the doubts. You're down some player members here.
Alright, cool. And we'll roll the next one. 23 to hit for
Oh
the
fuck
second
yeah,
one.
that definitely hits.
Alright, roll for damage.
Is that a nat 22, or is that just how big your modifier is? Jeez.
That was a nat. No, it was 16. So it
Damn.
was 16 plus 7.
Damn, your modifier is huge.
So alright.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a plus 7 to hit.
Yeah.
So 7 for the first beam. 14 for the second. 21 damage total.
Alright. So you're blowing some chunks off this guy, it looks like. So we got down to 4.
Blowing some chunks off. That's how I like to spend my Tuesday nights.
That's what that did.
Yeah. Ooh, that was a healthy chunk.
Yep. That's why I said you're blowing some chunks off. Where are you aiming for?
I'm aiming for his face.
Alright. So your squall goes flying forth from your beak and sails across. The first beam takes him on the side of the forehead, carving a huge chunk out of there, but then the second one hits him right on the nose, ripping that off and a part of his cheek.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn this mofo into gravel.
And then the mayor from across the way from that said, "Holy fucking shit again!" And he's just like, "Guys, stay back! This thing is huge!" And then it'd be Mime's turn.
All right. So since there's nothing really to heal anymore, I guess I'm gonna try Guiding Bolt. I think Spiritual Weapon was the one that just did not work. So I'm gonna try Guiding Bolt. I'm also gonna move this way a little bit. Bam. If 21 doesn't hit, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know
that
what we're
hits.
doing here. I just need to go home. Maybe needs to find their home.
I need an adult.
Oh, with a 17. Okay. So this is what this does. It's pretty decent too. If you want to describe that.
Okay, I'll let you. You can describe that.
Where are you aiming for or anything?
His heart,
Okay. And I think
if he has one.
I know normally you do the weapon. I'm forgetting the names of the attacks. I'm trying to remember how you cast Guiding Bolt.
Guiding Bolt, it comes from the heavens, right?
Okay.
I just kind of like summon it, and it descends atop there.
For some reason, I'm always
Top
imagining whenever
there,
I read
creature.
it first, it was like a sphere of golden light too, because you've gone
It
because-
is, but
from above. Gotcha. So when he's gone back on his knee like that, and Squall's pushed his head back with the Eldritch Blast, left a prime opening in his chest as the Guiding Bolt just into right where his heart should be, and blows a chunk out of that. Where his heart should be. But you see
so
solid
real life,
stone
at work
behind
I've
where that-
done.
Mm-hmm.
At work, they make us do all kinds of like safety training, and one of them is like electric hazards, and they show all kinds of pictures of people that have gotten just so fucked up from electricity. And one was a guy, he touched something, and the electric current, because he wasn't wearing the safety shoes that insulated him from the ground, he was standing on metal, and so it went through his hand, through his body, and down out his foot, and he had a hole. Like it like burned and like ripped open this gaping hole in his hand, and then the same thing in his foot, and it kind of like cooked him on the inside as it went through him. So it's not the case here, but that's I can, if it was a death blow, if it was a crit kill, I could see something like that happening. But
Yeah, keep that
just
in
for your
mind.
guys' information, electricity is dangerous.
Yeah, definitely keep
Voltage is what kills you.
definitely keep that in mind, because that's a cool one. I hadn't thought. I'd experienced more recently an Amish gentleman. There were about 15 or 20 of them re-roofing a roof, and they did it in less than a day. And unfortunately, though, during the events of this, one of the younger ones was carrying a hammer or something, or a square, and got it tapped into a live wire that was coming into the building for the whole building. So it was the main for the whole building, and it blew him off of the roof and shredded his pants that grounded him to the roof, and he landed on his back and basically paralyzed. So far is what I'd heard last.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
And my
Yeah,
boss.
electricity is nothing to fuck with.
No, my boss always likes to
Yeah.
tell the story about the guy that touched a live wire like that too, and had change in his pocket, and it like blew apart part of his leg because it went to the change and
It acted like
yeah.
shrapnel, yeah. Wow. Oof. Alright, so we're gonna fuck up the stone giant next time.
He stands up on one knee after the fact, though, still standing, obviously, and just roars and kind of lumbers towards Zeph, thrusting his belly out, as beer belly as we've called it before too.
Does not hit.
Perfect. So he gets up and he's still not quite sure of his footing, and he thrusts his beer belly out towards you, and just kind of inches away from you. You're still gaining your footing after he'd taken you off your feet as well, and you just presumably yell back, "Payback's a bitch," and the other guard over here gets to the other side of Shia, and this guard here takes another pot shot at him, presumably dealing no damage, even though the arrow again hits him, just tink. And then it would be your turn, Zeph.
Okay. I am going to do my staff. So 23. Which does 4 damage. Oh, no. 15 damage. Okay. So when it shows me, when I roll in D&D Beyond, it only shows me the, like, core damage. But then it rolls the, like, radiant damage separate. So it did 15 damage to him.
That's what that does.
And then the dick, 18 to hit. That hits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the dick does 7 damage to him. And then as my bonus action, when I use the attack action with a monk weapon on my turn, which would be my quarterstaff, I can make an unarmed strike as a bonus action, so I'm going to punch him really hard. And hope I hit. I don't. It's a 14.
So, I'm guessing you're emboldened from the attack that he'd missed on you from. You kind of he just missed you, and you're like, you're just in range, and you try to go straight for that gut that's been thrusted out to you. You smack it with the quarterstaff, and you smack it with the dick, and then you go up for a thrusting up kick, and both staffs kind of thwack off his belly. The radiant staff obviously going into his gut and singeing off a portion of it, and your foot kind of just sails up just past the part where you miscalculated your blows as you're trying to throw too many. And then it's Thea's turn, and Thea just is gaining her bearings back, and kind of calls Gunther over, who comes over to their side, and then Idril takes another pot shot, missing as well, and then it's Squall's turn.
Alrighty. We gonna do the Elder Glass thing again. 26 to hit for the first beam. Second beam does not hit. Alright. Rolling damage. 13 damage total.
Oof. Alright. We're looking at Sliver.
That second beam would have hit. Oh,
Ooh.
I could have feasted on his life force.
So close.
Fuck him up, Mime!
Oh well, after this wild noble decides what he wants to do.
Send the guiding bolt right up his bum.
And do you want to describe what you did?
Right up the poop chute.
Did there, Squall?
Go for it.
Alright, so you summon your beam, Squall, and it sails across and takes the other his left breast off, the opposite of where his heart was, that Mime has already taken off, and he's got 2 craters right where his moobs should be. And then the wild noble, as you called him, who is actually the mayor, and I've been trying to remember his name, and I've even been going back through my notes. I don't remember what the flip I called him. Does anybody? Oh well. If you guys think of it, let me know.
Trying to think if there's even. I don't have it written down because I don't think I ever actually have interacted with him yet. I think it was just Shia and Mime, maybe?
Main interactions, yeah, and I think also Thea and Shia had done some interacting with him, which is where I was. Man, it was a while ago now too. Maybe I'll find out. Is far back in the notes though. Speaking of which, we're at like 68 pages in my of my notes for this campaign. Anywho, so he just kind of is like, yeah, fuck him up from over there, and then it's Mime's turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna do again, since there's not much healing to be done. I will again do some guiding bolt. Oh, God damn it! Of course. So that didn't. I looked to the heavens and tried to cast down guiding bolt, and they said no. Like just a little like tiny itty bitty little crackle came down, and then it stopped. It didn't even hit him.
That works. And he roars into his defiance, and into defiance of the noble, and takes another step towards you, Zeph, with his gut slammed out, and he tries to step on you with 15 to hit.
Yeah, that does hit.
16 bludgeoning.
Oof. Bastard.
Then he's going to and do the same thing to you, Mime. He gets a. I can send it to chat, but he gets to do that twice. Whenever he wasn't dickified.
Mm-hmm.
Two slam attacks. Okay, so it because my armor class is only 17, he hits, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
Well, the first one doesn't.
The first one
Only the
was
second
for Zeph, and the second one is for you.
Ah, of course. How much damage?
24.
24. Are you sure?
Yeah, the average is 19, or I can roll, which I did. I normally roll.
No, it's okay.
3.
I'm still alive.
Okay, good. I was kind of scared. This is 3d8. I got an 8, a 4, and a 6. Plus 6. For my strength, which
That's
this
not
dude's
24. Yes, it is. No. 8 and 4, that's
18
18.
plus 4.
Ah, okay. 22?
Yeah, it should be 22. That's what I was thinking too for a second. 6 is 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. And then plus 8 should be, yeah, 24. That makes sense. Never mind.
It's fine.
I'll do math again here. 8 plus 6 plus 4 plus 6. Yep, 24.
Alright, calculators to the rescue.
When they said we won't have calculators in our
Okay,
pockets.
so it was 24, not 22. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, my first math too, I was like, wait, that doesn't make... I just hovered over whatever it said, which is the 3d8 plus 6, which is the strength modifier he has. He's pretty beefy. Oh, okay. That didn't do as much as I thought it would do either. That's only like half your health. No, okay, never mind.
It's way more than half
I
my
see it now.
health.
It was it was bouncing back and forth between you and Zeph, and
'Cause I went from...
you guys were all on top of each other there a little bit, because what he did too basically was he stomped over and landed his toes just on you, Zeph, as you're like pulling back. He was like and they straked along your body and you fell backwards, getting basically small boulders thrown at you, and then he did the same thing to you, Mei, as you're just able to roll slightly out from under him without being completely squashed. With his toes just going...
Giggity.
And, then it would be Zeph's turn.
Okay. I am going to aim for the back of his knee again with my staff. That's a 25 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that is.
So from that, he takes 14 damage.
Good.
That's a
From
death
that.
kill. Oh, wait, no, wait.
Okay.
Not yet, because that's bludgeoning
Okay.
damage. I forgot.
Yes.
The radiant damage
So-
is 9, though. So, yes, that would be a death kill.
Okay.
I was just making sure. There's a lot of numbers there to look at and decipher. When you said them all at once, I was sitting here like, bludgeoning, like, oh, wait, this is the radiant one. You're good.
Yeah. So 14 to hit, or 14 damage total.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna hit him with the staff, trying to like sweep out his legs.
Mm-hmm. This is a death kill. Do you
Okay.
Just
want
make
to?
sure it doesn't fall on Zabib.
So
Or
so
you.
I'm gonna hit him, and I'm gonna like kind of jump back so that he like falls backwards, like towards the middle rock. And then once he's on the ground, I'm gonna get up into his face, and I'm just gonna like lean down before he like is completely dead. And I'm just gonna whisper, "Eat a fucking dick," and I'm gonna whack him in the face with the dick.
Jesus.
I thought you were gonna shove it down his throat.
Savage.
No, I still want it. I just am trying to get my point across.
So, basically, I would say what happens from that too is you hit him in the back of the leg, he falls down and he hits his head, and you hear a solid as his head almost comes unattached from his body. But when you smack it with the dick, it becomes dislodged from the back of the stone rubble and rolls towards the just on the ground. So it's just and he becomes inanimate now as his head detaches from his body, and it is the end of combat. Free movement is returned.
How large is his head?
Probably trying to think of an adequate size here. Like, have you seen like a giant pumpkin? Probably
Basketball?
probably like 2 basketballs. Well, I guess if you're not counting the craters in his face, probably about a basketball, because those craters were blown off. I forgot from his forehead.
Can you
and
still tell that this was like a rock golem, though?
Yeah, he's still
Like
got
his face.
he's still got both of his eyes and the mouth and one cheek
Okay.
and half a forehead.
I'm going to take. Oh, shit. I don't know, because I already have.
Stone dick.
Actually, yeah. So I'm gonna take. I don't know, because I already have a. Do I still have the zombie ogre heart that I like tied up, hanging off the back of my backpack?
Yep.
I'm going to take. Let me see what I have here. I have like just a set of like common clothes. And so I'm gonna take like the shirt for that, and I'm gonna like wrap it around the head for this and make another, like, I don't remember what those are called. Is it a ram sack? Is that what that's
Rucksack
called?
or
Rock sack or
Rucksack.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make one of those and just tie this rock golem head next to the ogre zombie heart
Okay.
on, like, the outside of my backpack.
The thing is, a solid like 15 pounds easy. Just FYI, maybe 20, closer. As that's what my heart wanted to say, but he also got parts of him blown off, so I would say probably 15. Like it's hefty.
Actually gonna add it as an item just so that I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought you were gonna go for rock dick and go for a dick collection.
No. I was thinking about it, but does he actually have a dick?
It's not erect. It's a little package.
Yeah.
Just a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Just some rubble.
Gravel, if you will. Alright, so I guess we should go talk to the old stableman.
Right, how much?
This rabble at the south.
How
here.
much did you say it weighed? 15 pounds?
Just. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do a investigation to see if there's anything else to salvage from the stone golem's corpse.
You wouldn't have to necessarily investigate too hard for that. You got a 4, I see there.
Yeah, well, that's
So
good.
you. I mean,
There just might be nothing. That's fine. I just wanted to see.
I would say from what Zeph took, you took the head, and there were 2 smaller gems that looked like gems, anyways, that were inset for his eyes. But you kind of see just a slight, right where you only know to look there too because you had purposely blown a portion of it out, twinkle about where the heart should have been, just behind the cavity you blown out.
So, Mime's gonna walk up and investigate and see if it's loose.
The
I say investigate, not in a formal sense.
You kind of touch around the area then, I'm guessing, is what you mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
I want to see if the twinkly piece is loose.
the twinkle that you'd seen is actually, as you draw closer, there's a small little crack just below the crevice you had blown, and it's behind that crack, actually, and it's a reddish gold hue that's coming from behind the crack in his chest.
So it's not like an object, it's just like a light.
From your perspective, yes, right now.
So, Mime's gonna shout, out of character to the rest of the thing, like, anybody have a hammer?
No, I have a crowbar.
That could work.
I'll look. I don't think that I do.
I'd imagine we could, like, flip it over and use, like, the flat end as, like, a makeshift chisel.
Or like you said, there's a crack. We could probably pry it open. If you're willing to try.
Yeah. I can try that. I don't know what you would want me to roll for that.
Strength.
Yeah. Nope.
So I'm assuming you kind of step up onto him as he is a decent height, even laying down. It's probably a solid, 2.5 feet to 3 feet thick, on varying parts. But you step up onto his chest where the cavity's been blown out. You take the crowbar and you jam it into that spot, and you start to kind of try to pry, but you're not making much progress. You're making some small chips, and you can see a little bit more of a glow emanating from that portion, though, as you work your chips away from the sides of his chest.
I I'm gonna take my staff and kind of angle it, but I want to hit it so that the flat part, like end of my staff, kind of like hits at an angle on the rock part,
Okay.
like angled outwards. Does that make sense?
Think so.
And see if like the radiant damage will do anything, but it won't because I rolled a fucking 2.
So an Eldritch Blast might do it.
So you smack it, and the radiant damage just, but it only rips the crack to maybe 2 fingers wide. So you're able to look and peer even deeper down into it, and there is a glow, not just. You can see that it's much larger on the inside than you were thinking just from that crack. It's probably twice the size of his head, maybe. And there's definitely a light, but when you close your hands kind of around and you're looking down in it, you can't see anything else other than the light because it's brighter than the darkness, but it's too dim for the fading daylight that you guys are standing in to penetrate to.
You guys want to try something, or I can try chipping away again?
I mean, I could try an Eldritch Blast if you want.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Yeah, let me move.
Alrighty. Where do you want me to aim this again?
Right where the crack is.
Alrighty. I'll do 1 beam for now. See how it does. 11. Does that do anything?
That's to hit, right? That hits.
Okay.
But does it crack them open?
I'm looking for that.
7 for damage.
Roll the second beam while you're at it,
Alright.
because it's part and parcel as to how I understand it's casted.
18 for that one. 6 for the damage.
All right, so it's a total
Greetings.
of 17. So the chest cavity, the crack that Zeph was wiggling at, just bursts open, and there's a gem inside that's multifaceted. Doesn't look like it's cut or anything. It's a rough cut, amber, almost red gem where his heart should be. Unidentified.
Alright, I'm gonna let the Mime and Zeph know that there's a ruby like heart thing here.
How big is it?
It's
Uh
got a radius probably of about 3 feet.
Holy shit, 3 feet?
Yeah, his chest is, let me think here for a second. 2 times 5. Yeah, his chest is at least like 10 feet. No, maybe that's too much.
Well,
Probably like
we have
8
8
or 7 feet across. So he's got like yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So I'm gonna touch it, but I have my rings of reasonable size on. So if I walk up to it and I touch it, does it resize at all? So I can carry it?
Just roll. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Unless I'm gonna look at Zeph and be like, unless you want to carry it.
I'm always down to carry the shiny things. That's up to you.
So I'm gonna try to pick it up, right? I'm gonna touch it. Right, so it's in front of me and I'm gonna hold it on both sides of my hands and attempt to pick it up. Can you tell me how far it resizes?
Probably, I'm assuming for your size too, it probably resizes to about 3 inches in diameter now. In the palm of your hand, basically.
Okay. Is it heavy?
It's it feels about as heavy as a 3-inch diameter thing of solid rock would feel in in your hand. So it's got a heft to it, but it's not. It's probably about.
So it's like a solid tennis ball.
Yeah, well, more weight than a tennis ball for sure. It's about the size of a tennis ball.
So solid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so a solid. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see what you mean now.
Or like a pool ball. It's like a billiards ball.
I thought you were going for the modernization of solid, not the actual legitimate meaning of a solid tennis ball for a second.
Fair. No, yeah. So a billiards ball, basically.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I mean, I'm gonna look at Zeph and shrug my shoulders and like.
She can't see you. I know you're
It's like I'm just gesturing back and forth. Like if you want it, you can or I'll carry it. I'll carry it.
You can keep it.
Okay. What was this? A stone golem?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, to fill you in, I know she has experienced all of this, but Sarah hasn't. Basically, you've led all the townsfolk to the edge of this monolith, and they've been cheering them on, as well as some of the guards have tried to help, but has just been pinging off the stone golem that they just destroyed, basically, and is laying with its head torn off that Zeph is now carrying in a sack, and Mimi, Squall, and Zeph has also ripped open its chest cavity to find a large jewel inside.
Okay. So they've killed everything now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I completely forgot that the townspeople were watching us. This is kind of awkward now.
Yeah, so as you guys were still doing that, they're still like cheering you on, like yeah.
Yeah, I'm like coughing. Wait, I could actually probably do like a little cantrip. I do, yeah. I cast like under my breath. I cast minor illusion, and it's like a little bit of a hand that's like pointing back at the people in front of your face.
Oh, in front of each of their faces.
Yeah,
Okay.
like, hey.
I'm just gonna kind of turn around and like awkwardly like put my hand up and like wave, like hi guys. I'm just gonna like slowly like slide the dick back into my backpack.
And it resizes to fit. No problem.
It softens.
It is no longer excited.
So I guess I'm gonna walk down to you guys.
Is this
Rubble.
pillar of a rock? It's gone now.
Yeah, it's just rubble right there now, too. That's where the stone golem burst forth from, is that pillar.
Okay.
Is it like...
I feel like we still need to do something about these other two archways, right? Because like that's what the acolytes were saying, was that these archways and this middle pillar needed to go.
I can cast Thunder Wave. A wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. 15-foot cube. Must make a Constitution saving throw. I don't know. I just feel like Thunder Wave would be a good thing to shock the towers, or like to knock them down. Or what would you guys do with the other ones?
Well, the first one, Thea caused like a mini earthquake, and it collapsed. And then this one here, I tried blowing over with that wand, that wind wand that I have. And that's when everything started fucking us up. It was like I tried to blow it over with the wind wand, and then like the wind went through the archway, and then the archway started shimmering, and then a bunch of mummies and wraiths and a stone golem came out.
Okay. Can we go through it? Or is it only maybe activated?
I mean, we could try.
Let's go through it. We think that's a
I'm a huge fan of that, but
yeah, not
Whatever.
really. So what
let's
they
try it. Why not?
okay.
He's not here to just haphazardly run into things with me, so I don't. Okay, I'm standing next to this one. I'm gonna try and run through it. Does anything happen?
You run like just straight through it, doing nothing. Nothing happens. No. No, nothing happens.
I feel like it might not be. I mean, if a stone golem and a mummies and God knows what comes out of that thing, I don't know how eager I would be to get into that world.
That's true.
I mean, I could attempt Thunder Wave. I can do 4d8 of damage. Because you said you put wind. I mean, it's like the same thing as an earthquake, right? I guess it kind of isn't. I can't see Josh's. I wasn't looking at Josh's face. I don't have a double screen.
You won't be getting anything from this DM. I'm just laughing over here.
I mean, yeah, you can try.
That's all I'm going to.
Move.
That's all I'm going to say to any suggestion at this point too.
I'm gonna back up though, because you said it's the 15-foot cube.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if you did it up here, there's nobody in range of that one.
Did it cast it? Yeah. Oh, shoot. I don't have my dice. Okay, I'm just gonna have to use a automatic dice. Oh, it automatically did it for me. Okay. 12 thunder damage. So, okay, let's see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15. So I guess I would have to stand, like, here. Shit.
And I'm assuming
Okay.
you're telling people to back off.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I do. I say, all right, clear. Let's. I'm gonna really put my focus on this. And I would imagine, to do the spell, she does like one of those like claps, like, and then it's like boom, 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 boom.
I'm trying to imagine how
And she,
how it's cast too. It says it's verbal, and I forget what the S stands for now. V is for verbal, S is something for components. And I'm trying to imagine, it says it's a cube, so when you do the clap, I'm imagining, like you're saying, kind of like what you're envisioning, I think, Sarah, where you clap and then the sound wave kind of goes around you in the air in that cube and just electrifies all the way around that space. But I don't know what the S stands for. Did you figure that out?
I'm getting there.
Oh, okay.
The S stands for somatic. So like, motion when you cast a spell.
Got it.
Yeah, so it's
So that's-
verbal and gestures. Okay, so
That makes sense.
I was feeling it. I was feeling that spell correctly.
So what do you say to do it? I guess then too. It'd be the verbal part is that that we're missing is all.
You know what I think of? I think of shoot, the Queen song. It's like clap. The Flash. It's called The Flash.
Yeah, it's I think it's the like Flash Gordon
Yeah,
theme
yeah.
song. Yeah.
She sings like that main part, like The Flash, and that's how she feels it, because she is a bard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so what I'm imagining
That's how she does it.
from that too, because it's about a 10-foot arch to the bottom of the arch. So what happens when you cast it is you're standing just in front of it, and the top of the lintel on top of the two pillars just flies off probably about 5-10 feet behind it, and the other two kind of tilt backwards as well, and there's a beyond the actual of your electric in the air, there is a of something else that you can kind of sense magically that has been disfigured as you took the top of the arch off. But I'm gonna have to look up pieces to try and destroy this arch in the right way and not just rubbleize it.
Did you remove my ability to draw again, Josh?
Maybe.
What, you didn't appreciate the dicks?
There were a lot of
I
dicks.
thought they were beautiful.
They were, until I couldn't see the screen anymore.
So many dicks.
There
Okay.
were so many dicks. I can turn it back on here.
So many dicks.
I'm still looking for some stuff. Let me see. But yeah, that's what happened. If that makes sense to you, if you need me to describe anything else, I can.
No,
But-
that was
okay.
good. So Shia turns around. I can't remember her voice. It's been so long. But Shia turns around and goes, "Well, I think that has been handled. I don't sense the force anymore. I can do this other one too. I have a few of these bad boys. Maybe not as strong."
I think so, because I mean that's what the acolytes were saying needed done, and they died.
Okay.
So
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, by the way, you're standing by some currently what had happened with the electric. I forgot to describe this. You were standing next to Zabib and Jejuin. Zabib's corpse, if I remember correctly, is a withered husk of what his body used to be, and it got back. And Zejuin's was similarly. I'm trying to remember exactly. Oh, he'd turned to dust. Never mind. He just kind of blew away.
I feel you, Zabib.
It was chat. Yeah.
Should we bury them? I know the time of zombies is past, but I feel like to be safe, we should probably bury them.
or burn them.
Yeah,
Bury
both
and
probably.
burn. Yeah, that I would bury. Do you guys want to start that, and I'll take care of this other one. This other arch. Yay, nay. Maybe say.
Yeah.
Yay? We all have shovels, right?
Spoon shovels.
Oh
Spoon
yeah,
Shovels. Yes.
that's right.
I remember.
You just got to say turkey 3 times to turn it into a shovel.
Oh, turkey sounds so good. I haven't eaten dinner yet. Here's
Jeez.
my dinner. I apologize for being late. I was picking up a dresser that was only $50, and it's a really, really nice dresser. Well, not nice, but it's a hefty, solid dresser. So, ooh, geez, oh my, that's
Sorry, I'm editing the map.
wrong. Large graphic. No, you're good. Yeah, and we had to pick it up today, or he was going to sell it to somebody else. So I really need a dresser right now. And it was a bit more of a feat than I was prepared for. Yeah. Okay, so I guess you guys head over. This is gonna take real quick. Do you think Shia should cast another third level, or do just like a second? It's like 3d8. I feel like instead of wasting another third, I'll cast a second level spell.
Just tell me how much that is,
So she goes. Give me a second.
once you roll it, I meant.
Yeah, it's 8 damage.
Okay. So, same thing would happen, I would imagine, as you might have to recant for me too that how the verbal part of that goes. But
All right, so she goes flash. Ah. I'm so mad that I can't think of the lyrics of the song. It's not the best.
and the
Savior of the universe.
Save the universe. Yeah, thank you.
the stone lintel again bursts off and lands. This time in the river, it looks like, actually behind it, so it just kind of splashes and disappears into the bottom of that. But otherwise, that one also had a in the sense of the magical spectrum, at the very least. And you all get a luring sense now to the center of this platform as the overall, wherever that has gone now. I'm trying to edit too much on the spot. I think this one's it. Poof. Yeah, there it goes. As the visions of, it's kind of that view of almost like when heat is really going off of something, like a heat wave over top of the center of the circular stone piece here, and you all get a vision of Zenith standing there, and she says, "Well done, Romrollers. For those of you I still require that that require a boon of me as getting on top of the tower, I believe your gods will be speaking with you shortly to place yet another boon in your hands for the next evolution of the rum rollers in their sought for godhood, and welcome to the ranks of the god blessed." And the image just kind of fades away. You guys are
So we've settled on the rum roller name. Did we agree upon that? People call us the rum rollers. I mean,
I think this is Shia asking the rest of the
yeah,
crew here.
yeah, I'm talking.
Do you have something better?
I'm not off my noggin, but I will ponder. The music will come.
I mean, I'm happy with anything that has rum in the name. So you can think of anything better than rum rollers.
It just sounds like I mean, we're on the quest of godhood, and
Sounds like,
we're
sounds
we're.
like the roller derby team.
It sounds a little bit like a drinking team, a bowling drinking team, a roller derby. I mean, something I call my friends and I after a hard day of work, but not, this group. But I mean, I guess if she knows that we're the rum rollers, I guess that's our name. I don't know. I'll fucking taunt that. I'll make a song. I'll have everyone singing it.
As long as it's along the catchiness of throw a coin to
I
your
know,
butcher,
right?
I think we'll be good.
Right? That's what I was going for. Like, yeah, I'll think about that one.
Yeah.
Rolling into the city.
Otherwise, the mayor has walked up to the center of the thing, kind of in awe of looking around at all the destruction and corpses and such, as you're presumably burying the rest of the acolytes, and he kind of just stands around and talks verbally to everyone. Well, it is official. And he's looking around. You guys are now kind of some of the founding members of Titty Sprinkles. You stand in the new named town, Titty Sprinkles. I mean, I'm holding true on that bargain there, but it seems you have relieved us of something of a threat that we had no idea of. So I thank you again, wholeheartedly, and you're welcome back at any time. Hopefully these are things that will set us in course here for a wealthier Titty Sprinkles. Sorry, it's gonna take some time to get used to.
Oh.
So
if the town is called Titty Sprinkles, I guess rum rollers isn't so bad.
And he's
Alrighty.
and he says, but I mean, besides destroying these monoliths, what have you guys achieved here? I mean, it seems there is still some sort of altar or platform beneath the rubble that is left behind here.
Wow. What have you done lately?
She holds back Mime. Mime, like, quietly, like, starts stomping up. And she holds her back and goes, this is, quite larger of a deal, and it is in the process, it's in the making. She, like, tries her best to, like, be like a diplomat, she's like, but it is nothing you folk have to worry about. We have solved your problems as of for tomorrow. But the way the life works, you can only predict tomorrow. Am I right, Mayor?
Yes. I can completely relate to that. However, I think you've misunderstood my meaning. I actually was asking not to offend, especially such a feisty one as yourself. And he looks over at Mime fuming there, and I meant to ask, essentially, what is the meaning of this? I don't understand. Why have you done this, besides the obvious threat that it seems to have been lurking here? Is there another reason beyond what has been summoned as you destroyed the thing? We caught only bits of the tail end of the destruction here.
Sarah looks to the other D&D players and finger guns them, ding, 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 letting them fill in why we just destroyed these things.
The gods. Very dramatically, Mime just looks up and raises her hand or their hands and says, "The gods." And that's all. That's all the response they give.
I just pictured Mime earlier too, like when you got offended with like the mayor. I just picture this short little halfling like doing the like pats their chest and like you want to go kind of motion. You want to fucking fight.
I turned into Grumpy from the Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah. Yep.
And then just Mime just going, you want to fight? And then just, why'd this happen? The gods.
Why'd this happen? Like, kind of like, fuck you, like, the gods, and then, like, starts storming away.
Yeah.
And he just chuckles with his large protuberance of a belly, and he just, I can understand that. But the townsfolk might need a name to put to this particular god in the name of which we've done this for. I mean...
Oh. What Josh is trying to do is to get us to spread the good word of...
Yeah, Zenith.
Zenith. I can't even... Zenith, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That was their name too.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes. The goddess of knowledge and wisdom. We'll make sure to worship her. And he kind of looks around like he doesn't actually believe what he's saying, but he's looking at the ruined ruins. And we'll make sure to worship her appropriately and kind of...
Can I do an...
Bitch, you better.
Were you not worshiping her before?
Okay, so I heard an insight check from Shia, and is that an actual question there, Zeph?
Yeah, well, because this is supposed to be like her circle, and then it was inhibited, so I just feel like something sketchy's going on here.
Ah, yes. Well, there were some priests that came along as he's kind of got his back still to the crowd. He took a couple steps backwards, as I'd said, still looking at you as he was walking away. And they go by the name of Nadir, actually. And that was the god they'd suggested we worship here for the everlasting wealth and prosperity of our nation.
Interesting. Oh, wonderful. Well, we would love to make acquaintances with, are these priests still around?
Unfortunately, no. They'd come to erect said diocese and such, and were going to bring many followers, they'd said. We hadn't seen hide nor hair of them. We let them do what they do because they gave the town some money to get along in our daily lives. So we didn't really give... Well, personally, I didn't give two shits, but he's kind of talking a little bit under his breath, looking over his shoulder at this point.
Yeah. Well, to giveth upon you the goddess of what's her name again? Xena.
Warrior princess.
Yeah, warrior princess. These were what they thought today were the others. So I would give a little bit more caution, and next time these Nadia priest come back, I would definitely maybe send the word for us, the Rum Rollers, and we'll come check it out.
Sounds like a solid plan to me. And do you remember the name of the mayor? I was trying to remember this earlier, and I was trying to go back through my notes while we were fighting, too. I was trying to remember the freak... Because I think you, Thea, and Idril... Or no. Mime, you guys were the only ones to have met him in different circumstances.
Did he have a name? Wasn't he just the mayor? Kind of like in the Powerpuff Girls. Power, the mayor of Townsville. And you're just the mayor of Tiddlywinks.
May have been, but I thought he'd had a name too. But anywho, he just says, well, Yeah, well, that sounds like a good plan to me. I think I'll keep that in mind. Is there a way that I should be able to get in contact with you? As it sounds you were headed towards the capital of Gargant, being part of the Gargantuan family and all.
Sorry, say that again.
I was also watching. Hi, Mike. You're muted.
Muted.
What did you say? Hello. He said hello. Sorry, I was trying to tell him to start making dinner.
You're all right. But the mayor had turned to you basically and said, "Is there a way that I shall get in contact with the rum rollers in the future, as you had stated, as you go upon your quest?" Because
we need to get like a homing pigeon or something. This is
a signal in the sky.
Yeah, really. Like, Shia goes and makes a stone that when you break, a beam comes shooting out, can be seen from afar. Can I roll to see if Shia can make that?
It would be some sort of crafting. I'm trying to look at your arcana and such, but off the top of my head.
So, like, I can locate object.
Mm-hmm.
What would, like, I know that you can get, like, scrolls. Could I technically write down the spell on a scroll and give it to him?
What if you did it, like, on a rock like you were thinking, right? And then gave it to him, and it would alight another rock, basically, that was trying to locate you, and it would alert whoever's holding the stone that they're looking for them.
Okay. If you're cool with that, I'm cool with that.
Wait, what is the purpose of this? Like, are we now just like superheroes to be summoned to solve their problems? Like, what kind of can of worms are we opening
The
here?
can of worms we're opening is the fact that there's priest, the Nadia. Nadia
okay.
priest. If that's
Gotcha.
what I really care about, yeah.
No, that's fair.
I'm not solving everyone's problems. I want them to, like, call us whenever these fuckers come back.
And,
Gotcha.
So, I'll come up with it later, but I'm gonna have to put this one down, too. The idea I'm having is that you would kind of write the spell down on this rock. You'd kind of carve it in maybe with another rock even, because there's a bunch of rocks around, and just lightly, it's probably like a one symbol thing on each one, and you hand it to him and he would say that. But to check to see how well you had done such, I would say, and if you want to, you can add this to your skill. It's technically a subclass, I know, because I want to be this subclass if I ever play a character again. It's what the heck's the name of them now? Ibrahim Fosten. That's my character that I made randomly. He is a enchanter of some sort. It's like an artificer. That's the name of it. That's what I was looking for. And they can create magical items, just all the time, everywhere.
Oh shit, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I want.
I know, right? That's what I just want to be an artificer the next time I play anything, because it's like, I need a magical weapon. I make it myself. Screw you, DM. I make this thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would say that it is an intelligence, which would be an arcana modifier, especially in this particular case. And the next time you would try to do it, I would call it enchanting. Just for lack there of a better term off the top of my head, if you want to increase your enchanting abilities. So that's what you would roll to see how well this is created with your intent.
Okay. I want to be able to add this to general action.
And maybe maybe because you're a bard, there is a subclass of bards, if you haven't heard of, that like can sing to inanimate objects and make them alive.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I forget what
Be our guest, be our guest.
That's so dangerous.
It is. Most DMs are afraid of it, very afraid of it. But
this motherfucking fruit fly.
um,
God. Okay.
So that's what I'm assuming you're kind of doing with this too. As you're singing, you're working, you're kind of singing to it and imbuing your essence into it a little bit, like magical essence.
So I'm gonna call this
And
enchanting. My script description is to roll a Arcana check. Right? Did I read you right?
That's what I'm saying for the first one. You roll the Arcana check, and then later it would be your enchanting, and now your enchanting would be a 1 point. It'd be a 2 the next time you roll it, so it increases with the skill as I see fit, I guess.
Okay. All right. So this is.
Kind of like the other skills we've been coming up with, like leatherworking and I'm trying to remember the other ones. So this is anything you guys want to keep track of and increase as a skill, so that way too, like heck, if you were really into mining, you could just increase a mining skill and always dig like a 10-foot hole whenever you hit rock if you get a high enough modifier or something.
Oh,
So
shit,
like
that's
for
a
me
22.
with like brewing, like with my brewer's supplies.
Yeah, exactly. I think we've done that too. I don't know if you've added that into D&D Beyond or not.
But I will.
Okay. I would say that yours is probably, you've brewed twice at least, so you're probably up to like I forget what that one is. The 22 though, you instantly know what you're doing is correct, basically. Like this is the first time you did it and you're just like, you press it and you're like, it lights up. Okay then. Hey, look, you press this thing and this thing lights up. And I shake it and then it turns off. So if you ever need us, just press this stone.
What stat do you want brewing to be used? Like, it's having me put in a stat to roll for, to like add for it.
Wisdom.
Like strength, dexterity.
I think that makes the most sense because there's medicine and survival under that, which is similar in my mindset of how you would make those things.
So I have a. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how to even.
Oh, that was a nat 22.
I fucking make it, and he can give it to other people. You can whisper shit.
Oh, really? I didn't read that part.
No, I'm just
Oh, okay.
fucking with you, don't mind me.
Okay.
How can I... So I have the thing, enchanting, and...
You should take a piece of stone from the golem and do your runing on that.
On his
To
dick.
drive it home. Yeah.
For sure. That's definitely what I do.
Oh, okay.
The testicles,
Make
it-
one each.
Is it extra hard to carve into?
I think...
That's a roll a strength check.
Well, he's dead now. It should be extra easy, right?
Rigor mortis.
Not sure.
No, I would say that it worked on whichever stone you chose, but if that's what you want to do, I would make note of that. And I heard the Are you thinking?
Well, no. So that's not particularly Shia's personality to do that. Maybe Muriel's definitely, but not Shia's.
All right.
She would definitely. She's trying to like see. She is trying to show off to this town to like put in that like Shia, Gargant, and her rum rollers were there, particularly because she's next to Gargant and she really wants to kind of like stick it to the fam.
And while you grab the stone,
like,
I'm assuming that's left over from the arch then, and just grabbed too quick, and you said, hold on a second, and while you're engraving and such, he kind of shouts off to the rest of the people that are standing off there very hesitantly, off to the north and to the south a little bit. He kind of proclamates, Zenith has come to save us from Nadir, who has apparently erected these unfortunate devices here to watch over us. And the rum rollers here, and he gestures to the crew here, have saved us from these terrible fates. Everyone thank them! And just hear a general... It was just him trying to project his voice more than actually being angry, because he's yelling across 2 large fields here.
Yeah, like a big old bellow.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I roll? So, am I done with that? Whenever he finishes?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, I really want to... I don't have a song created yet, Josh.
Okay.
But I will create a song. But can I, for now, just say I'm going to start playing a very catchy Rum Rollers tune and do like a performance check to see how catchy it is?
Sure.
22!
Nice.
Though it wasn't a nat 20.
So
I just good performance.
You basically are able to charm everyone in after he's finished his proclamation. You hand him the stone, you kind of whisper off, and you pull out your instrument of choice, which I think you said was a lute?
I do have a lute, correct.
So you pull it out and you start kind of tuning it, strumming it, and everybody's like, yeah! And the innkeeper here, as the sun sets in the background, starts, who wants ale? Everybody cheers as you're starting to tune up, and he runs back inside and starts grabbing tankards to hand out to everybody, these wooden tankards, and he goes, that'll be a copper, and he fills out all these people, and then you're like, all right, and you strum off this amazing tune that everybody starts enchanted from. He hands a tankard to the mayor, no charge. He asks you guys here that are standing here, he hobbles over the rubble and asks if the rest of the rum rollers would like a beer on the house from Tiddlywinks.
On the house?
For the saving of their town titty sprinkles. While Shia is going over there.
You love the name.
It takes
I'll toast to titty sprinkles.
It takes a second. I do like it though. All right, so everybody gets a tankard of ale.
Well, we have to get there first, don't we?
No, the innkeeper has handed them all out individually.
Oh, wonderful.
He brought ale with him?
He ran back and forth. He was running while Shia was performing, basically. And as you would finish your performance, he comes up to you, Shia, with a tankard of ale. Thank you for saving our town.
Yeah. She's like, cheers! And it's like, rum, rollers. Dun, dun, dun. I know. Again, I'm gonna work on it. I'm not sold on that yet. But it's just like everyone's like singing at the end. Like that's what I'm vibing. Is we're all chanting the rum rum rollers, and she holds up her beer and starts shouting.
Everyone is, I would say, intoxicated by the evening more than the beer, and are just what's the word? It starts with an E.
Infatuated?
Sure.
Does that start with an E?
Engrossed?
Yeah,
Infatuated starts with an I.
it does.
Thank you.
Hmm. I've lost it now. I've lost my train of thought. It's like entranced is a good explanation. Infatuated is another, even though it doesn't start with an E. But along those lines, just enamored by the evening.
Very good. Kind of on that same like note of not being able to recognize what letters are. I emailed 3 people today that were the wrong person. Like I went to go, the guy was name was very, very basic. And I named like, I threw someone in the email. It was like one person that was like a similar name. It was wrong. And I like, someone responded to it. I was like, it's not the person. And so then I go and type it in again. And like the automatic, like it picks stuff. So it picked it. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. And then I sent it off again and someone responded. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I am not fully mentally there right now. So that was fun.
I can completely relate. I've done way too much in this heat, and my brain is just mush.
Yeah.
Looking for though, the cook, after serving everyone too, has come back to you guys as the sun sets and there's bits of fireflies just kind of wafting through the air, and the night settles in. Do you need a place to stay for the evening?
Yes.
That would be lovely. I would not mind a good night's stay.
Yeah, sleep would be much appreciated.
A long rest would be great.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing Shia just like watched you guys fight. Like
She ran
it's
around.
not a good look.
She ran around and well, partially stood there and watched. Yeah, pretty much, while you were having your vision from the goddess to understand what was necessary there. And
so Shia was standing on the sidelines drooling.
Basically.
Like drool. You guys are fighting like badasses. Yeah. Okay, cool.
I am looking for something here on a map. Let me see if I can. But basically, I would say Theater of the Mind for a second while I was looking for an actual map. You guys were escorted to the tavern keeper actually led you to a ladder that he dropped down from the ceiling to the attic of the space of Tiddlywinks. And it was just a large area with a couple different beds in it that no one seemed to be occupying at the moment. And he'd said, normally these are kept for the family, but I think we're going to be pretty busy for the evening as everyone is going to be celebrating your victory. And even the farmers should come in from the crops this evening for some drinks. So I'll be quite busy. You are welcome to anything here. And there isn't much. There's really just the beds in the attic space there. And I'll have breakfast ready for you in the morning. And you guys have a well-rested evening. Otherwise. And
We
presumably...
may shoot some finger guns. And a wink.
Josh, so whenever the goddess gives me her visions, was it just like kind of a thought process? Like, was she just speaking to me in my mind, or did she like?
Visually, you got your eyes kind of just like glazed over from everyone else, and you just stood there on the sidelines staring shockedly. But in your mind, you're actually experiencing the full played out of what I was explaining. Like you seen everything that was going to happen before it happened. Basically, you seen people dying and just being mutilated, crushed by the stone golem, and just utter annihilation before you got everybody to where they needed to be.
Okay, so Shia feels like a guilt, but at the same time, it was what was asked of her because. And so we're all drinking, and while, it's up to you guys whether if you roll the right, like, perception check, but Shia is going to be, like, kind of one of those, like, wistfully, like, wisely, like, looking at you all, like, very, like, happy you guys are there, and you guys are alive. Because you guys don't know that she had a vision that you guys just got all pummeled to death.
I think you were saying that to see beyond the facade of your happiness, they would need an insight check, basically, from a DM perspective.
That's where I was getting at. I'm not great with my words, apparently.
No, I think you were.
I mean, Mime is just gonna take you at face value. Mime is just gonna be like, she's good, she's happy, everything's fine.
Yeah.
Let's go sleep. I'm gonna drink this ale and we'll go sleep.
Do an insight check, but I got a 13.
Oh, you would notice that it was a bit of a facade, that there was something underlying the happiness, but it wasn't may not have been obvious to everyone else.
I'm just gonna kind of keep that to myself and like nod, and just go to sleep.
There we go.
Go to sleep.
All right. I was gonna start moving everybody just down the ladder because I didn't make a top of the Tiddlywinks, to be completely frank. I was looking for one that I thought I'd had pre-made somewhere, but you guys were, like I'd said, in that attic space of probably enough beds to everybody.
Should I be
when you wake
concerned
up.
that I'm still at the stone circle?
No, that's where everybody
I am
is.
too.
I started to
Okay.
move Zeph to the bottom of a ladder that I'd placed in Tiddlywinks, but then I was like, you guys can come down the ladder whenever you want. So,
Yeah, we can use our imagination.
yeah. That's what I figured. So you guys are waking up now after a night's well rested. You got a full long rest in, and you're thinking about that promised
Cool.
breakfast from the keeper of Tiddlywinks.
So I'm taking a long rest. I'm just gonna confirm that.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I'm still at the stone circle.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, that's where you're supposed to be because I didn't move anyone.
Okay.
Oh, that's where I'd put in that upstairs. I don't
Hello.
like it there. Oh, did you make it back to Columbus?
Oh, she did.
She was
It
there for a
was.
second.
Oh,
Maybe.
oh.
Tried to unmute myself and I accidentally hung up. And then I tried to join the group and then I joined the wrong channel.
Nice.
It's been one of those days. And no, I did not make it back to Columbus. I'm in Delaware now.
Oh, oh no. Did you get your car key at least?
Nope. I have to wait for them to make one.
Oh man.
I have it until like Thursday or Friday.
Voice
Yeah,
sounds like you had a good time.
Yeah, but my aunt has a house at a beach in Delaware, and so my cousin picked me up, and I'm crashing here for a couple of days until the keys are ready and I can go pick them up. So
Nice.
I figured I'd check in and eavesdrop on how the game night is going.
That's fair. I did find another. Right now, I was trying to do some theater of the mind stuff because I couldn't. I did not prepare a top of Tiddlywinks. Which is the bar. Let me see here. We got a mime. I did find one that you guys probably don't recognize, so that works. We'll put a donk. Guys are waking up in the top attic of Tiddlywinks after saving Titty Sprinkles, the town.
And spreading the glory of
Zenith. Yeah.
Zenith.
Mm-hmm. I gotta get Squall and Zeph up here still, it looks like.
I'm up here.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
I'm moving.
Because I thought I only had one more bedroom left, and it looks like. So, there we go. You guys are at the top of Tiddlywinks now. And waking up for the next day.
Oh, is there a potion in here?
I thought you were about to say, what's on this
Top of the
table thing? Yeah.
Is that the ghost of Zabib?
Maybe. You don't.
It's in a bottle.
You sense the ghost there, but you don't see him. And the bottle looks like a clear bottle of water, as far as you can tell. It's just stoppered and kind of looks like it's in a potion bottle, but it is water.
I'm gonna drink it.
And it quenches your thirst delightfully.
Okay.
I like these fur rugs. They're a nice touch.
You can thank Dr. Mapzo. Yeah.
Oh, so Zabib is following Idril?
Yeah, I made friends with him
Yep. Yeah.
last time.
Yeah, just the same as Mime. You can't actually see Zabib or his spirit, Shia, but you can sense his presence next to Idril.
Morning.
What's that?
What an exciting night. Said morning. She kind of continues walking. All these beds are just open. Oh, Squall got the suite. Nice.
I was wondering when somebody would say something. Squall's got like the master.
What the hell is it?
Zeph. The fuck?
What the hell? Why does the bird get the biggest bed?
Right?
He'd be happy on a stick.
Wingspan. That's
Shouldn't
why.
you have like a barrel of hay to lay in, like a nest?
There.
Nope, I can sleep in a bed like a normal person.
He like rips apart the pillows and creates a nest like in the pillow fluff.
Every hotel room I have, like in room I have to go to, I have to roost in.
Just like tears open the mattress.
No, I'm civilized. Believe it or not.
Leave the pillows, oh, please.
Just let me know
Boy.
when you guys are ready to do what you do, I guess, other than what you're doing in that room.
Yeah, I guess I'll go downstairs,
All right.
try and get some food, maybe a glass of ale.
I'm gonna follow. I'm guessing that's what this door is for. I'm just kind of sitting here on this rug waiting for everybody to wake up.
Oh god, you're in the wall. There we go. No, get out of the wall. So Zeph and Mime went down the ladder down to the.
Yeah, I follow.
Oh, okay.
I'm ready to, yeah.
I haven't heard any confirmation from anyone else. So Zeph, Shia, and Mime are down the ladder and Tiddlywinks here.
Yeah, I'm going down too.
Okay.
He's just enjoying his master sleep. You leave a little bird seed under the pillow.
And you can tell that it's still early morning because the sun is on the other side, rising above of where it had set. But you hear a of somebody preparing. It sounds like some sort of chopped goods, and it's the cook from before with some bleary eyes. He goes, "Ah, rum rollers, how have you slept upstairs?" He sounds, his voice is raspier than before because he's been awake all night, presumably.
Oh. Oh.
Maybe just salutes.
No, we're slept very well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of stretch. I'd imagine I'm pretty bruised because I took quite the ass kicking yesterday. And be like, I'm good. Can I have some ale, please?
And he goes, "Ah, yes,
If you don't
certainly,
mind."
certainly. On the house, of course, for the saviors of Titty Sprinkles." And he comes over, proffering you another tankard that he'd just sloshed from outside.
I'll just down it.
Order a breakfast.
Certainly. And Constitution, by the way, Zeph. What will we be having this morning? We have a fine mashed potatoes and arugula, and then we have some. I think there's somebody's claiming to have captured a sea serpent in their celebrations and brevity, but I don't believe them. I think it's just some large salmon or something. And he walks over here. There's some.
That counts.
And then there's some fresh fruits and vegetables. Beyond that, we've gotten in an imported goods cart from Gargant, the capital. Unfortunately, I do have to tell you, Miss Gargant, it has been heard that the capital is lost to the sickness. I have not good word of your family or the like, because the the merchants who have made it in are camped outside with the farmers up north a bit, but they have said that Gargant is lost to the sickness. I'm sorry too, and he seems to... His head dowers.
We need to go now. For breakfast.
We have to eat.
She like
You need
tips.
your strength.
Can I have a potato for the road? A potato for the road. I like tip Zeph's drink like keep going.
Oh, I downed it. I'm probably on my second one. But I got a 7 on my constitution, so I don't know.
The first one hits you pretty hard. I mean, you feel it. You took that first one down and you go, ooh, that's a nice brew. It's got a hearty head, but still a fruity finish.
The best part of waking up is fermentation in your cup.
Titty
I'm
sprinkles.
gonna go ahead and eat as well. If there's
Yes,
any bread or
please.
anything.
I'm gonna chug my other one because Shia was telling me, you know, chug, chug, chug. I got a natural one.
No.
I'm just looking up that table again here. Oh, balls. Not this one.
I too would like potatoes.
You said that so resigned.
Food.
Potatoes.
I'd imagine Zeph is pretty fuzzy feeling
Oh
at
yeah,
this point.
that's what I was getting at. I'm thinking you're drunk right now, but I'm just checking. No, you're buzzed. So you're first you were like, "Oh, that's a good bear." That's and you got, you know, you're feeling it. You didn't feel any of your pains or aches from the day before, and the second one you're like, "Oh yeah, let's get her at her. Let's do this day." You're buzzed right now.
Yeah.
And
Are we eating or are we leaving?
I heard
What are we doing, guys?
I heard 2 votes for taters. And the rest of the crew is still sleeping upstairs, which is just Thea and Idril. I know you're on here, Idril, but I figure that's what you guys are doing right now. You guys are sleeping in after a long day.
Tia actually almost forgot about the rest of the group because she was so worried about, like, we have to go, like, we're failing our quest, like, we were supposed to save our, with the boon, the goddess's boon.
And you just hear the cook over here chopping more frantically and finishing up some food, and he goes over to the cook fire and he says, "Wait, Miss Gargant, I must feed you. The king will have my head." And he's finishing up, and he brings over a heaping pile of mashed potatoes, slams it down on the table, runs back over, and you hear just a as he throws it almost right on the coals, and then pulls it out with his bare hands, just as quick as he possibly can. And he grabs a plate off the table as he runs by, and he sets it down, and he says, "Seared salmon and mashed potatoes, my lady." And he kind of goes away, and you hear him go put his hands in something else. You can't quite see all around the corner. He goes, "Ah."
It's okay. Just don't. Thank you. And so she, sits her ass back down to eat the mashed potatoes, but apparently chokes because she rolled a 3 eating mashed potatoes. I don't know why I felt the need to roll for that.
It would be plus your Constitution modifier, and it wouldn't be to see how you ate them. It would be just.
I was thinking that she was like shoveling.
Yeah.
Like, it's a choke roll because potatoes can be dry and like you get that like bump in your throat. Like, you guys ever have that?
Yeah.
You eat too many hard-boiled eggs and you can't really swallow.
I know what you're talking about, but I did not think that far ahead for sure. That is brilliant. I would say generally though, you guys would just have probably like, in addition to your health, probably whatever your Constitution roll is. So, 3 plus your Constitution modifier, Shia, for additional health, just for the rest of the day, or probably for a few hours while you're digesting. You know, is probably more accurate.
Since we're just sitting here eating, I'll eat, but I'm also gonna have another ale.
Okay.
Oh,
and
boy.
in addition to your, just to fill some more holes into there, you currently, as buzzed, take disadvantage on dexterity based checks and saving throws, but gain advantage as buzzed for all strength checks and saving throws.
Wait.
But if you're taking
I gotta.
another ale, you call for the innkeeper and such, the cook, and he just kind of holds it gingerly with between two fingers a tankard and sets it down at the table. For the rum rollers, and he goes over here, back over to where he's presumably icing his hands. You can hear something of relief as he rounds the corner and sticks his hands into something.
Yeah. I got a 19 for that ale.
Okay, so you're good. You still are buzzed, which would mean the disadvantage on dexterity, but advantage on strength checks and saving throws.
I'm just gonna stand up and take my tankard and walk over and be like, so where do I refill this? Your hands are pretty fucked up, but you don't mind, I can just refill this myself.
Oh, well, that's lovely. I've just finished off the tap for you, and thrown the barrel out. You know what? I'll holler out to one of the guards that are still standing vigil over the circle over there. They'll bring you another tankard. Don't worry. And he stands to the door and yells.
Steps.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no.
She is. Oh,
No.
no. You're good.
Starts to walk over this way.
Come here.
Oh, yes, yes.
You're like,
Mistresses.
I look at Zep. I go, sit the fuck down. Like, we need to go because Gargant. Like, the reason we came here, we're failing. Like, we need to get out of here. And I take his hands, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds
Sure.
on this guy because he helped us, and I feel bad. So I cure him for 10 points.
And you grab for his hands. He's kind of hesitant as he tries to pull back, but you're assured in your grasp and grab the two hands. And I'm not sure what you're speaking because it is verbal, beyond the emotion of touching them.
Got the sexual healing.
And there's a blush rising in this smaller gentleman. He does kind of look like a halfling as to what you can tell. And you grab for his furry back hands and his hands as you're singing slightly. The blush rises in his face and he gets so red, but he looks down at his hands and he doesn't feel any more pain, and the wounds from the burns are just gone. He goes, "Thank you, Miss Gargant," and there's a twinkle in his eye and almost a infatuation that you can see forming. "Is there anything else that I can do for you?"
she's like in it, right? Like she doesn't even like it doesn't even like she's just feeling the music because that's like how she gets her power, right? And so she's like, and she like snaps out, "What?"
Oh, I'd asked if there
Do
was.
we need anything else? Oh, I think we're good. Maybe some grub for the road.
Oh, yes, I believe, the god you had met before, who had lost his, close friend, is off grabbing another barrel for me here. And, at that point, as he's finishing up, Derek comes around the corner, holding a large barrel on his shoulder, and he ducks under the entrance and comes in. I believe there's an order for more Tiddlywinks ale.
She's like,
Oh.
It's now.
Oh. Yes. Certainly.
Would I have heard him say that?
Roll a perception for me. You're pretty far away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, yeah.
Ooh, natural 1.
Oh, no. You didn't hear anything. You're just, like, over there, like, that's some good ale. I wish I could find some more.
Yeah, I mean, besides, like, food for the road, that's what I'm thinking.
And, Derek sets the barrel down next to... He kind of brushes some of this colored fruits away and sets it down and says, "Good day to you, Bob." And he walks out the door. And, Bob, presumably the innkeeper, says to you, well, yeah, you're welcome to anything that I have here. For certain, you've saved Tiddlywinks, and you've saved Titty Sprinkles, the, new name of the town here. It is... You are welcome to what we have.
Thank you. And, she packs a bag of travel.
Okay.
I don't know, whatever, like, hard meats, bread, things that travel well.
And Bob obviously helps you gather some from under the table of salted meats, probably about 2 pounds of that.
There's
And
salted meats under the table.
you don't know this, Mime. And
Can we roll for eyebrow raises?
I'm assuming you're still eating over there, unless you want to roll a perception to hear for what's going on. But also, he wouldn't have said the salted meats. He just kind of grabs. You hear them doing stuff over there.
Okay.
Oh,
They're
shit.
doing stuff with salted meats under the table.
Here's the stuff.
I'm gonna hear that.
And
He whips out a sausage.
They're doing stuff with salted meats under the table as Shia sings sexual healing to him.
Been well prepared.
Save it.
and Zeph, you
Yeah,
can
that-
see him kind of grabbing for fruits and such now, and in some crates
Some melons.
from your general direction. You don't know what's going on, but
Heal them.
you can definitely feel, Shia, the weight of the sack that he gives you to put in your backpack of
Oh.
somewhere in the range of 3 to 4
way.
pounds of fruit. That is just ample sackage for your backpack.
Wow, that is.
You take that
that
with
is
you.
quite
Don't-
a large
don't you forget.
stack.
Don't forget where that came from. There's
And
always more.
and Bob says, "You're welcome back at any time."
Shia goes, "Oh wow, that's quite a sack you have. Thank you. I can't thank you enough." Okay, cool.
The blush that had started to fade from his face as he started gathering starts to rise again, and he goes, "That's no problem." He says,
Okay.
"Shy."
Shia does like one of those like look, like kind of sly like look downs and like look ups and then like turns and walks away. Okay, that but really though. Squall, Mime. Well, Mime might not be the best one. Zach, do you wanna go wake up the people upstairs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep eating. Mime is gonna stay and keep eating.
As she like stops to imagine like Mime waking up people, and it's just like, oh,
I'm trying to figure out your guys' intent currently too, because I just dropped Idril downstairs. But then I was thinking, do you want to go back upstairs and try and make this the pause point? Or do you want to try and figure out and venture forward with some remaining time for this evening? Or...
I mean, I'm okay with like collecting the group and like putting a pause on it and just being like, and we're out the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
To be continued.
I just wanted
to
check because I know this is a good relative pause point, so to say.
That's good looking out, DM.
What a DM. What a man.
A dank man, DM. I don't know. I just.
DM.
This is the first thing I came up with when I was dropping folks downstairs. Evan Durr, I can hear you in the background listening to TV. Hmm? Yeah.
Is that anything good?
It's going...
Turn the TV down.
You're good. I heard you through some of the other portions too. It's just like a muffled in the background, which I can't say anything because my AC keeps kicking on and I know that sounds in the background, and my PC is an ever-present whirring noise in all of the recordings that I hear.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really noticed it too much, but I can mute in between.
But I figured this would be, yeah, like I said, a good stopping point and recap potentially for everybody before you get into more shenanigans next time. Maybe you guys could fill Shia in what happened before you guys even exited the cave and such too. Because I think last time you were playing, I don't know remember.
It's been a while.
Yep. And presumably Thea and Idril would have time during that space for the next game to roll for healing of eating. But yes.
Yeah, were you here for you weren't here for the ogre dick, were you?
No.
Oh yeah, I have ogre dick weapon now.
I know that you have a ogre dick weapon, but I don't know what the story of getting the dick.
Oh, there was those zombie ogres were attacking us, and was it a death kill or something? And I like punched him in the dick, but then I like grabbed it and just ripped it off.
That's fun.
And then because of the ring of resizing, I can like will it to be the size of a quarterstaff.
Something along those lines, I think. But I think what actually happened was Squall, you blasted the dick off, because that was.
Oh right.
And then Zeph decided to like pick it up and use it as a weapon after that.
Yeah, and then Idril, I think, killed the ogre by shooting it with an arrow where its dick used to be.
That's right.
Okay.
Just to like drive the point home that.
Huh.
And then there was another situation where there was we killed another one of the ogre zombies, and its heart got ripped out. So I have its heart like tied up like a hobo sack, just on my backpack, just hanging off the side, kind of like I do now the stone golem head.
So you're just collecting body parts.
Well, yeah, I mean, they've got to sell pretty high.
I'm just gonna start calling you Frankenstein.
So I'm just saying, like, if we need gold for anything, I'm sure in a larger town we can find some fucking cultist or weirdo that needs
An ogre dick.
yeah,
A heart.
a heart
And the
or
skull, stone golem. It sounds like
Yeah.
a good spell.
yeah.
Yeah, I
it's
feel like we're
not-
preparing good ingredients for some sort of magic fuckery later.
Yeah.
I
And
I also
we
have-
alchemist.
Well, I was looking. I also have in my notes that I have this small skull with glowing green eyes. It's like a shrunken human head-esque thing. It has a light white aura.
That was from the chamber that Shia didn't experience as well. The hidden one behind the door you guys took
Uh,
to
Yeah.
and killed all the dust mites for. But Shia was asleep for that.
She has
slept in.
not been.
mhm.
Yeah, I'm just letting you guys know. So now we have 2 skulls, a heart, and a dick.
We should have a third skull too. Didn't somebody take a skull from like the gelatinous cube room back at the Crystal Tower?
Is that a skull or just a crystal? Like a crystal?
I thought it was a skull or something that somebody took from there.
Yeah, wasn't it a crystal skull? I think I remember something like that.
Yeah.
I am not
I
I
responsible.
don't remember who has it. It's not me.
I'll check my. Bad thing, I have 2
Wasn't me.
sets of character notes. Da 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 da.
Wasn't me.
I never took our eyes off.
Could have been Thea or Idril, but
I do still have one foot shroom left too.
I still have a green crystal apple, a cold purple crystal, a pan
don't-
flute, 2 satyr horns.
I don't think I have the crystal skull.
I have a feet soup mushroom. I also have 3 blue rings of reasonable size. I didn't just take 1, I took 3. So I have extras if we want to use those at some point.
I also have 2 large cold stones.
oh yeah, I forgot about those.
Does it go with the dick?
No. No, they're those stones we got back when we fought the Dryads, I think, right?
Yeah, I have a cold purple crystal.
Yeah.
No,
I've-
those aren't from the Dryads. Those are from the Crystal Tower when you guys went to the base of it and found you
Oh,
pulled the
right.
lever.
Yeah, I have a green stone from Evil Statue.
That would be the skull that everybody was thinking about,
Oh.
I think, because there was a stone in the chest of this statue that was partially erected inside of the goddess's chambers.
Right.
I also have squinting and octopus eyes, which I feel like octopus eyes cannot be good now.
Definitely not.
I still have a 10-pound gold bar and 6 of the giant coins. And an urn with an
Wow, 6
unending
giant
flow of
coins.
water.
Aren't you glad that I came up with the rings of reasonable size?
Yeah.
Wait. You have an urn with what? Water?
An unending flow of water.
Well, that's cool.
We put that urn. Do you think it would recreate an unending flow of magic water?
We could try it. I still
Um,
have 56 ounces of blue liquid left.
We could try, and if that doesn't work, we do. I didn't use my original boon from Zenith, so we could maybe ask her to bless the urn.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can give it a try.
Where are we gonna put the urn? Are we gonna keep carrying it with us? Or are we gonna put it down somewhere? Or are we gonna use it in Gargant? Because the sickness is up there.
I feel like if it's an ever-creating urn and the whole area is like sick, I would literally go to every like stream and like pour some in to like get it going through everyone's system.
So do we want to put some blue liquid in the ever-creating water urn?
Yeah.
I say give it a try, at least a drop. I know it does well. Like, it's
I say we could put
potent.
a whole ounce. I
Yeah.
have I still have 56 ounces left. That's still quite a lot. So who has the urn?
Me, Zeph.
I have
Seven.
water. I have a water skin. What's the weight of that water skin?
Do you mean the capacity?
Yeah.
I think it's normally like about a liter for just a normal. Or is it 5?
Water
says in your
skin
thing.
can hold 4 pints of liquid.
And what's a pint?
Yeah, that's why I had 4 pints of blue liquid. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's
Okay, so
1.8
what is-
liters. 4 pints. I think it's a gallon, isn't it? What's 4 pints?
You know, so
0.5 gallons. It's half a gallon. So it's a quart.
there's-
I was gonna say
2
a
quarts.
gallon seems like a lot to be in a water skin.
Oh no. 4 pints. I had it. For some reason, it was changing it straight to quarts. So 16 pints is a gallon.
Yeah, 1 pint equals 16 ounces.
Oh, shit. So, sorry, guys.
So that's like 4 pounds because an 16 ounces is a pound. I think of even.
I'll say a gallon's 8 pounds.
I know that much.
So half a gallon is. What do we got, folks?
4.
4! Yay! Sorry.
Numbers are hard.
Is that how much we said was there though? Is half a gallon?
4
You
pints.
just said 4 pints, just half a gallon.
I was going through so many different conversions. I was like,
I know,
wait,
it was
how much?
confusing.
How much is a liter?
Which is why,
Wait, how much
yeah,
is a
and-
pint? How much is a gallon? I don't know. I don't know anymore.
it's-
So,
Yeah, it's the equivalent of 4 pounds of liquid.
Oh, okay.
Because a pint is 16 ounces, and 16 ounces is a pound. So there's 4 pounds of liquid.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
like, I feel like I've wasted a cup.
Wasted what?
56. So I currently have 56 ounces. No, I didn't waste. I thought I gave someone the water. I put it in that town's well.
You did.
So I put like what, 2 ounces? She said a drop. So it's just like I have 63 ounces.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
God damn it. I hate mind farts. What's the beer festival in southern Germany?
Oktoberfest.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oktoberfest.
You didn't even need to say Germany. Just what's the beer festival? Oktoberfest.
because I want to know how big those are. Those glasses.
Oh, the
Steins, the liter?
Steins, yeah.
Or a pint? No, it's more than a pint.
No, it's more than a pint.
It's way
So,
more
like-
than a pint.
It might be a liter. A liter sounds right.
Half liter. Well, Steins usually come in sizes of a half liter or a full liter.
Yeah, I think normally they come in full liters is what you drink. It's a full liter of beer.
I feel like those, like the ones you're talking about, where you see the ladies that are carrying like 4 each in a hand, and they're like those iconic pictures. I
Yeah.
feel like those are liter cups. Yeah.
Which is weird.
Yeah, one liter, and when they're filled, they weigh about 5 pounds.
Yeah, that's weird just because, like, I was looking it up. 1 liter is only 2.1 something pints. I was
I'm
like,
sure the glass is super heavy too.
oh, it is.
Yeah.
I can attest to that. I'm just like,
Yeah, it is.
that's why I was like trying to figure it out for a second. It's like, how much is that? Because I've drank that. That's a good amount of beer.
What? And 1 liter is 34 fluid ounces.
That doesn't seem like that much
There's
when you compare it to American sizes.
5 cups.
Yeah.
4.5 or so.
This thing I'm reading says German beer steins are typically 2 pints.
That sounds.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I guess.
I
then,
remember
yeah.
them being huge.
I guess that makes sense. Is that they're only 2 pints, but it feels like they should be larger than 2 pints. Just when you're looking at it, because a pint is like a normal glass of liquid in Europe. Weirdly,
I mean, 2 pints is pretty close to a liter.
it is 2.1, which is weird to me, because I feel like it should be more. Because it's like when you're holding it, you're like, ugh.
I remember the one time when we were in Germany and we weren't in Oktoberfest. We were the one in spring, and someone like cheers and broke the glass. It was like a silence of like, oh fuck, we fucked up because we're Americans, and then everyone went, oh, that's delightful. Oh, like they freaked out, and it was like, I don't know, it was so cool.
Yeah. My favorite story still is to be for Germany anyways, if you going to a beer house, like a we have them here too. Hofbrauhaus is what we call them though, which literally translates to court of beer house. And they are just these long drinking halls, right? But in Germany too, there was this trough that you pissed into when you went to the restroom, similar to some places in America, obviously. But there was this guy that was like, "Huh, I piss farther than you," and he was like in his 40s or 50s, and I was like, "Okay, dude," and he just stands on the other side of the wall and pisses a solid like 4 or 5 feet into this trough, and I'm just like. That's my first impression of Germany when I went.
Congratulations, you can pee. Like, what the hell?
The most
Like,
the most appropriate pissing contest that I've ever walked in on.
what if someone like walked under it? Like, excuse me.
God.
Oh.
I'm
Got it.
super mad that Hofbrauhaus in Pittsburgh used to have the shot skis, and they don't do them anymore.
Boo.
What's a
Is
shot
that
ski?
like a consequence of the pandemic, or just...
No, I think they got like somehow somebody got like hurt trying to do it or something, and they got sued and
Oh, of
Oh,
course.
Jesus
Fucking
Christ.
people.
Oh,
yeah.
it's like a ski of
Like-
shots.
It's literally a ski that they
Shot.
just drill shot glasses into.
Like
Like-
attach them.
Huh.
I just,
So multiple
I-
people.
like, people drive me nuts because, like, I don't know. You have to, like, how could they get hurt drinking a shot ski? Because you're drunk, or you're about to get drunk, Like, they're not the smoothest things.
No, that doesn't
It's
look
like a
fun.
fucking ski.
Yeah.
Like, if you're drinking with like people that are 6 foot and you're 5'3", it's not the smoothest thing. You're down there like getting the dribbles of the shot because like everyone else is up here because they all have to be at the same head height to take the shot.
Oh yeah,
I think
I've seen people like my brother, his ex-girlfriend was like 5 foot, and their like his best friend at the time was like 6 foot, and they all did one, and his friend that was like over 6 foot took a fucking knee
yeah.
Yeah,
so that they could.
yeah.
What a guy.
What a man.
Yeah.
It always, anytime someone says shot ski though, it just makes me think like, oh, it has to be Polish.
Yeah, that's what I was
Like-
thinking too
Yeah.
for a second.
I'm like, I'm probably related to them.
And in the tone of things, it looks like we did lose an Idril, so I think everybody here too would be able to do a shot ski as like a general height thing here. I'm
Height wise, yeah, we would. Actually, I think Bree's the only one that's.
I haven't met Cassidy
Tall
in
and-
person, so I don't.
No, Cassie's not much taller than I am.
Oh, okay. She's very lanky, so it's hard to tell from a screen.
Well, alright, friends, I'm calling it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Just before
It's
you
been
go,
lovely.
though, I just wanted to say that me and Sarah were sort of talking about that meetup for D&D eventually. And
Yeah, we were talking about either. You were saying July,
yeah,
Josh.
which is
So
like in less than a week now.
yeah, so we were actually thinking about maybe doing Halloween.
As opposed to right now, basically. Because
So put it in the calendars.
for Halloween, so that we can all meet up. We can even dress up. That would be fun, is what I was thinking. And yeah, dress up as our characters or some shit. I don't know whatever you want to do, you know. And
Yeah, we were talking about how because Mike and I just got this new place, so we have a decent amount of space. So we have 2 couches, a full like a queen size bed upstairs, queen size bed downstairs, a lot of space to put sleeping bags, yada yada. So if you guys want to crash over, don't tell Mike I said that because
because
we're
he's out,
technically not.
he's off drinking with a pirate queen. It's fine.
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, no. In our lease, we're technically not supposed to have more than 5 people in our apartment at the same time, or we'll get charged $1,200. So,
That's weird.
yeah. Well, it's like if you look at the location, it kind of makes sense because we're near like all the colleges. So I could see them doing that just to be like, don't throw fucking parties here.
Yeah.
And so
They probably don't
I'll just
actually